We do what we can for whom we can, when we can, to the extent that we can. We use whatever our broken pieces have taught us to lighten the burdens of others. We give some, we take some, and it will never quite be equal. That is the beauty of love, to live in an as needed exchange of blessing and being blessed, of carrying and absolute surrender. Hello, my friends. Welcome back to Epoxy Me That. How are you? I hope doing okay, and I want to thank you for showing up today. Today is Mystery Mix Monday. I hope everyone is having a wonderful Monday, and I hope it got off to a great start. Okay, let me explain to you what's going on down here. I love this mold right here. I absolutely love it. It has the most beautiful casting that you get out of this mold. But I wanted to try something different. So what I did was I took some resin. Don't mind the color or anything because I wasn't trying to make it pretty. It's just something that I had left over. Okay, and I only poured my resin halfway through the mold. All right. Let me try to see where these fit at. Okay, that's the fatter ones, and these are the skinnier ones. So it goes like that, and this goes in the center. Okay, so I poured that with some leftover resin, and then I popped it out, and then we're going to, and I put some resin over it, over each one of them, and then I took this diamond dust crushed glass, and I poured it over my pieces. As you can see, they have that crushed glass look to them. So now we're going to mix up some silicone, and we're going to try to level these pieces out because they want to fall forward a little bit. We want to try to level them out as best we can, and I know the silicone is going to seep down the sides, and that's fine. I'm okay with that. We just want to get an inlay that has that crushed glass look on it so that we can place it down into the mold and hopefully get a crushed glass look out of this. So, would y'all like to see if that's going to work or not? I know I am excited to see how it's going to work. So let me mix up some silicone, get these as straight as I can, as level as I can, and we'll pour our silicone over them. Okay, I got my silicone mixed up, and I went ahead and poured a few molds. So I didn't just mix up a little bit of silicone and not make good use of it. So I want to move this out of the way, and we're going to go ahead and I pinched off and rolled up some of this clay so we can maybe prop it up a little bit and get it just a little bit leveler, just a little bit more level. I'm just gonna now I'm going to take a little popsicle stick, and I'm going to drip this onto each piece. And hopefully we'll get some nice pieces to put inside of our mold. And see if we can't get a beautiful ornament with the crystal look. And you can do this with any mold that you have that you want the crystal look in. Just cast you a few pieces of it like I did. And pour your resin on it. I used the Promise 1 hour epoxy because it cures in 1 hour. And then I put my crushed glass on top of that. And now we're here. Okay, that's all the pieces. I know I wasn't in frame doing those two, but I did it the same way. So I have a little bit left, and I'm going to go pour it in my molds. So I will meet you back when this has cured, and we'll peel our inlays off. All right, our pieces here are cured. So let's go ahead and see if we can peel them off and see if this will work. All right, I'm just going to lift it up. And I kept taking my stick here and putting it back on there until it got to the point where it wouldn't let me do it anymore. So I'm hoping we got a nice thick little inlay there. So that one looks good. I'm going to go ahead and get my mold out right here. And I'm just going to go ahead and lay them in there as I pull them off. Okay, this is one of those, I believe. Yeah, there's 2 of those. And I put them up top there. I kept everything where, like these 2 right here, they're the only 2 in the mold like this. So I kept those together. And these 4 are the smallest ones. And then the biggest ones are here and here. So I kept those down here. And of course the center is right there. So that helped me out. Now you want to face this inlay upward where that glass that I laid is facing me. That way, when we pour the resin in, it'll capture that glass look. I hope that makes sense. And I'm just dropping it down in here like that. Just placing it down in there. I kind of want to scoot it over a little bit. I know I'm not going to get it perfect in there, but I want to try. Okay, right there. I guess that's going to have to do. It's not easy getting it in there. It is not. Okay, there we go. And here's the other one that's across the way from that one. And that came off perfectly. So that's our little inlay. And it goes straight across from that one. And that one in there beautifully. And now these are the tiny ones. The tiniest ones and the ones I was really afraid of doing. So let's see what we got. Okay. I could work with that. I'm going to cut that little piece off right there, because we don't need that. There we go. And then we're just going to place that right in there. Okay, I put you on a time lapse while I pulled the rest of those tiny ones off. Now let's get the center off. If I can get it lifted. Come on. There we go. And that's our center. It doesn't look very good, does it? I might have to redo that one. I didn't have it very level. But we'll just go ahead and use it. I'm just going to throw it in there. It was hard to get it to sit on that little thing. Okay, now you're not going to get the very tip. It's just that's not going to happen. I tried though. I really tried. I kept pulling it off of the table there and dropping it back on the piece to see how far I could get. I'm just going to cut that little piece off right there. We did pretty good though, didn't we? All right, this is one of the long ones, the big ones. Go ahead and drop that in there. And then here's the last one. I'm just getting that off of the bottom there. It wants to stick to my glove. And that's our last one. I got to tell y'all a funny story that happened. Y'all know I was looking for some name tags to buy for my pieces. I don't like weeding, or else I would have made them myself on my Cricut, but I hate weeding small things, tiny things. So one of my friends, Tammy, said that she would do it for me. Said just buy the holographic paper you want and ship it to me. So that's what I did. I went on Amazon and I bought the paper and I shipped it to her. Well, then I made an order a couple days after that for some gloves in my craft room. And then I hit that sale, that Black Friday sale on some of the silicone by Let's Resin, since I've been making quite a bit of molds lately. And I promised you all I'd put some of those in my shop of the last ones that I made, which they're in there, by the way. So go grab them. But I made an order and it said it's at your front door. And you know how they take that picture of your front door? I said, well, that's not my front door. So after investigating a little bit, I figured out what I done. Since her address was the last one I used in my Amazon store, that's where it shipped. Instead of going by my default address, they went by the last one that I used, which I find that very irritating that they would do that. But they did. So I went in there and I kept trying to set it back to my default. And it did say I was the default. But every time I ordered something, it shipped it to Tammy's house. So she had a big thing of silicone and 4 boxes of gloves of mine and a book that I'd ordered. So we were thinking, how are we going to get this to my house in a cheap route to my house, you know, to save some money. Anywho, we had figured out she shipped me the gloves because she made my little name tags for me. She shipped me my gloves and then she purchased some of the silicone for herself and shipped it to me. And then she just kept mine that arrived at her house since the Black Friday deal was still going on. Thank goodness. So we figured it all out, but it was a big mess, let me tell you. But I want to share these with you all that she made me. Now these are the ones that I purchased from ready-made decor on Etsy. And their shop has been closed for quite a while now. And that's my favorite place to get these. So she said she'd make them for me. So this is what she made me. And I want y'all to see the difference here at how good she did them. And she made me all different colors. She even separated them into their own little baggie. Now these are purple and blue. She even chose a cute little font. Well, we both chose the font, but she done all the work. And I paid her for them. So, if you want some of these, I'm sure she'd make them for you. Or else she would have told me. Now, don't mention that I made them. So, maybe she'll make you some. If you're like me and you don't like weed and small things, or maybe you don't have a cricket. Oh, that's the same. So, she made me a whole bunch of them. And that's what they look like. Aren't they so cute? Thank you so much, Tammy. I really appreciate this. You have no idea, my friend. And if you would like for her to make you some, let me know. Just email me and I'll send her your information. And y'all can get together and figure out the price and everything. But I really, really love these. I'm so proud of them. And then she sent me this right here in my box. I haven't opened it yet. Okay, it says Tranquility Creations by Tammy. That is her shop, Tranquility Creations. And she's on Facebook. She made me this. Tammy's ruler. And I was just looking for my ruler the other day. By the way, I still have not located it. So this is now my new one. Thank you so much. It still smells like the burning of wood. It smells really good. I love that smell. It just brings back memories of my house as a child with the wood burning stove. So, yeah. All right, I'm going to dump these in there, and I'm going to get some of my other ones in there. And then I'll be ready, fixed up for a long time. And I'm going to save this silicone that I picked up off of that paper that I had, because you can throw this in your molds, and it'll help out if you need a little bit of silicone or something. And then I'm going to put these up and save them, just in case I want to make another set, because I don't think they're going to make it after we pull them out of here. I don't think they're going to, we might not be able to use them again. I don't know. We'll have to see if they're going to be strong enough. Now, if I would have had some of that 30A silicone, that blue silicone by Let's Resin, oh, we would have definitely been able to use these. But that stuff's on the expensive side, and I just don't have any right now. So, that would be my suggestion in any kind of inlays that you make. If you have the money, you get the 30A silicone. It's going to last for a long time. I'm going to go mix up some resin right quick, and then we're going to go ahead and drop it in there and see what we get. I have my resin here, and it's the Bond Crafter epoxy resin. I'm not sure how much this holds. I know it holds quite a bit of resin. So I mixed up 4 ounces, 2 ounces of A and 2 ounces of B. I have this green resin dye, which we want this to be transparent. And I'm going to add, I'm thinking, some of this Pure Love by Laura's Art Corner to it. I'm just going to get a little bit, not a lot. We don't want much in there. That's probably all I need. So let's see here how dark we want this. I think I'm going to stop at 3 drops and see where we're at. I just want it to be lightly tinted, not full-on green. Okay, that looks good. I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to go throw it in my Airless Pro Bubble Remover machine and get all the bubbles out, and then I'll meet you back. All right, I have my resin, and it's bubble free. Bubble free starts with me. Y'all remember, this may be telling my age a little bit here, but back in junior high, the little pins that said drug free starts with me. Okay, we're going to go ahead and pour this resin on here. I'm not spritzing any alcohol. I'm just going to pour the resin until we get over the inlays. Then I'm going to spritz a little bit of alcohol to hopefully ensure that we don't get any bubbles in these little areas here. All right. And the reason I'm not spritzing any alcohol is because I don't want that alcohol to seep under my inlays. I want my inlays to stay suctioned to the mold as much as possible during the curing process. So let's go ahead and pour. I don't know why this mold is wonky up here, but it wants to turn like that. If y'all can see it. See, it wants to turn. So I have to keep pulling it back like that. And it's been that way since I've had it. It came to me like that. It was a little bit damaged. But I make it work. So as long as I keep an eye on it and it doesn't cure like that, then we're good. Here we go. I'm going to start in the middle and just let it flow out. See if I can turn it this way. Maybe you can see everything. Yeah, we're going to need some more resin. I think this holds, I don't know. Let me gauge it after I get finished pouring. I think we're going to need a little bit more. I could be wrong, though. It might fill it up. Yeah, I think it is going to. I don't think we're going to need any more resin. If we do, it'd be a little bitty bit. Go ahead and scrape the cup out. Yeah, that filled it up. It holds 4 ounces on the dot. Now I'm just going to take a walk around my mold. I picked up the wrong tool. I want to get the silicone tipped tool here. And I'm just going to walk around my mold here a little bit. And I'm going to nudge any bubbles that I see on the edges or anything. Because we don't want those. So I'm just going to take a look around. Make sure we don't have any hiding anywhere. Everything looks good, so I'm going to go ahead and take my heat gun, run it around to pop any surface bubbles. Now we're going to spritz a little bit of alcohol. And then I'm going to let it cure. So I'll meet you back for demold. See you later. Okay, I told you all I would show you my light board. This is the one that I have, and I use it for weeding my vinyl, but I have also used it for finding bubbles in my pieces. It works wonderfully for that. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it or not. I'm just hoping that it might help someone decide on purchasing a light board to help you see the bubbles or not. So I hope this helps someone out. Like I said, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it or not. So what I'm going to do is I just put a little bit of resin in this mold here. And I put a little eye in there and then one of my plugs. So now I'm going to cut the light board on. Mine has 3 different light switches. And I'm going to turn it on high. And now I'm going to dim the lights. And now I'm going to bring you down closer. So I don't know if you're able to see or not. But I can definitely see the bubbles. There's one there. One here. There's one there. One down here by the foot. I don't know if you're able to see that. Can you see it right there? The bubble? Can you see it right there? I don't know if y'all are able to see this or not. I can see it, but I don't know if you can. It's right there, the bubble. Let me see if I can dim it. It is right there. I hope y'all can see that. And if you can see it, then that lets you know just how much you're really going to be able to see it on a light board if you were to purchase one. It definitely helps if it's hard for you to see the bubbles. So I told you all I would show you this, so I kept my word on that. I don't know if it'll help you out. I don't know if you would like it or not. I hate for you to make that purchase and you not like it. That's why I wanted to show you. So hopefully this can help someone. I don't know if it will or not, but I just wanted to show you just in case. All right, I'll see you later, my friends. Our piece is fully cured. So let's demold it and get our inlays out of it and see how it turned out. Oh, that's pretty. I wonder if we'll be able to see that glitter when we pull the inlays off. So now, and I know it's hard to see with my silicone mat, so I'm going to take this cardboard paper here and place it on there. So we did keep that very subtle green that I was looking for. So now I'm going to take my heat gun and I'm going to run it right on top there to get my inlay out. And I'll do this one with you and then the rest on a time lapse. Because it's going to take me a little bit to get them out, probably. I don't think we're going to be able to save them, but we might be able to save some. I'm not sure. Okay, there's that one. It looks pretty well intact. And we got that beautiful sparkle. You see how sparkly that is? That's pretty. Okay, now let's do one more together. I just put a little bit of heat on it and pull that resin right up. It's nothing hard about it. It's easy. And now lift the inlay out. And then there we have it. Isn't that beautiful? And the glitter is sitting right there. That turned out so pretty. All right, I'm going to speed it up a little bit and get the rest of them out. Now I'm going to take my oil, my silicone oil, and I'm going to place it on my glove here and then rub it together. And then I'm going to massage it into my mold. And this is called conditioning your mold. It's very, very important that you do this so that your molds will last you. You're taking care of your mold, your investment, when you do this. Because molds are an investment in your resin art. And some of them cost us a lot of money. So doing this, you know how you were always told when you got your very first car that the life of your vehicle is changing the oil? Well, the life of your mold is conditioning it. So just make sure you have gloves on when you do it because you want that softness. You don't want your mold getting scratched. So you need a fresh pair of clean gloves on to condition your mold. And you just rub that oil in it really good. Condition it really well. And if you have to flip the mold inside out to do it, flip the mold inside out. Make sure you get it nice and conditioned. And I will link in my description box the silicone oil that I use to condition my molds with if you would like to try it. Okay, that's ready. And I pour my silicone oil in this little bottle here. It's glass and it has a little dropper. It's just easier for me to use it this way. And here is our beautiful ornament. I think it turned out so lovely. Now, would anyone like me to remake this and place these inlays, like pour our epoxy in, but don't fill it up, pour it to about the line right there, almost full, and let it get sticky to a sticky state so that the inlays won't sink, and then place the inlays on the back and see what outcome we get that way as well. Would you like to see that? If so, let me know in the comment section below, and I will do that as well so we can take a look at it and see how that turns out. And these are my inlays, so they did make it through. The only one that didn't was the one in the center, and it was very, very tiny. So we can still use all of these to do another one. So let me know if you'd like to see that, and I will definitely do that. I won't make a whole video about it. I will make it, and then we can demold it together and see how it turns out. Or would you like to see a whole video of it? Let me know in the comment section below. But I just love it. It's so beautiful. And I'm going to be giving it away. I'm not sure. I might put it in my December giveaway box. I don't know. I'll have to see what I've got in there, total it all up, and see if I can fit it in there. Because I keep my giveaway boxes around the same price of each box, so that it stays fair. And it's about that time, my friends, for a sweet goodbye. And I will see you in the next video. God bless you. Goodbye, my friends.